Welcome to STS 22, in which I scramble for a title and come up with in which we build bridges.
That's pretty bad, man.
That's a pretty long title.
I know, right? We'll go with in which we build bridges.
I was going to say, you try and write that down in the Google name a video thing.
The issue there was the fact that I realised as I started the sentence, I didn't have anything. Awesome. Because in all of our pre-warm-up, we didn't actually mention a goddamn title.
I kind of noticed, but I thought you had something in mind already, so I just kept my trap shut.
Yeah, because normally I pull something out of my ass.
That'd make a good title.
I ain't going there.
You get the wrong kind of viewership now.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Welcome to STS 23, in which I pull something out my ass.
In which we retrieve things from Dave's anus.
I don't think we can go with the word anus on YouTube. I think we can get away with ass.
Yeah, you're probably right. So this is porn or something.
Before we go any further, holy crap, bridge constructor on Greenlight. That's why I mentioned building bridges.
That game is going to be awesome.
Just to quickly give that title some context there.
Yes. Bridge Constructor, it's an iOS game. And now they're trying to bring it to Steam.
I've played similar things on Android, and to be fair, I could see where you're coming from because I've wasted quite a lot of time trying to,
the concept's been around.
Damn it, the train came off the.
Bridge Constructor is on Android as well, I believe. So you may have played the same game.
I might have actually played it, yeah. They don't tend to last very long for me, games on the phone. They're just kind of, they're very transient things. Yeah. Well put.
That's the easiest way of putting them without making them sound too negative. They're toilet games. They're games that you pick up for a few minutes while you're merrily doing your business, and
sat
that's
at a
it.
bus stop or waiting for someone. When you've got a few minutes, you just need to kill, and staring out the window ain't quite going to cut it.
To be fair, most games like that I don't play for too long, unless they have to be made by Carosoft or Nimblebit.
Yeah, there's an awful lot. That's my biggest gripe with why I don't play more stuff on or even indeed use more apps on my phone. Is finding them is very difficult. The stores are horrifically badly organised. You get it in some proprietary order that whichever platform provider you're working with or buying from happens to have chosen. There's no way to, sort alphabetically. There's no way to just sort alphabetically. What?
And you can't really you can't really trust ratings either from other customers simply because
so many fake ratings.
Well, there's that, and people don't tend to dive into stuff that hasn't been reviewed by other people.
Yeah.
The XKCD thing about that, I don't want to, go off topic on that one slightly too much, because people would have to find the comic to actually make sense of what I'm mentioning. But there was the review article for a tornado warning or something, and there was people which were just 5 star, 5 star, 5 star, and then there was one which was failed to give warning, entire family dead. And so, the rating was still 4 stars. And there we go. Cal's managed to find it. I'll hit the thing. The tornado guard plays a loud alert sound when there's a tornado warning.
Yeah.
5 star, 5 star, and then just the app did not warn me about tornado.
Yeah.
Bug report was marked as could not reproduce.
Brilliant.
That is the issue, it's like the whole this will protect you from sharks. Hey, it's got 5 5-star ratings of this thing protected me, and then it's got 1 of I'm now missing my legs.
Yeah. Now I have no legs.
It's okay, it still may have a 4.5-star rating, but what happens if you're that one guy that is no longer going to have legs?
Yeah. No, but seriously, finding the good games, sifting through, you've basically got to install all the crap and then uninstall.
It's not only finding the good stuff, but it's also finding the right thing when you even know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
It's because there are so many parodies now.
And so many clones, basically. Somebody has a good idea and somebody else wants to make a quick buck off it, so they'll write a quick clone.
It's essentially a store version of Reddit.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I hate to admit that or agree with that, but yeah, pretty much.
I cannot think of a better way of describing stores when it comes to apps.
And they're all the same. That's the worst bit. It's not like, Apple's is better than Google's or Google's is better than Microsoft. Nokia started up for a while and fell died on its backside or whatever. They're all the same. They're all exactly the same premise, and they all work exactly the same. Badly. They need to do something about it, and they'll, frankly, if they sort that shit out, they'll make more money from it. That's what bewilders me. It's like, come on, God, there's money to be made here, and you're essentially pissing it out with a toilet wall. What's the matter with you?
Yeah.
So, go on then. What is the one game that you throw the most time into on your phone then, Cal?
Oh god. It's either going to be, at the moment, Pocket Planes, which recently came out on Android.
Haven't played it yet.
That's one of those games where you pick it up, you do a couple of things, you set up your flights, and you can just turn it off again because it runs in the background on real time.
I don't really tend to play many games like that. I don't like games I have to keep going back to, or I don't do as well, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Let's see. What's the other one that I have? Beastie Bay from Kairosoft. I put a ton of time into. It's basically their little take on Pokemon.
Yeah, I like that. I don't know, it's quite fun. I didn't play it for very long, but Katie played it quite a lot.
Probably the biggest time sink would be probably Final Fantasy 3, because it's a Final Fantasy game.
I really dislike, with a fiery, burning, crotch-itching passion, any game that limits me by real time.
Oh, yeah, the coins where you've got to wait to get more coins. Oh, you can buy them. Yeah, okay. Okay, the obvious cash grab, you're getting uninstalled.
Well, the thing is...
There are some that are good, but overall...
Overall, they're bad. There was one that I played that it was a Tiny Tower clone, and it was okay, but then they started putting in pop-up ads because they were like, we're not making enough money from this, so just uninstall. I'm not going to say the name, but yeah.
What about you then, Sam?
It'll be one of the Kairosoft games. It'll either be, total time ever sunk into game on my phone, it will probably be Dave's Story, just because it's great. It's great fun.
Yeah.
You make computer games, and you run a computer games company on your phone. So it was Kairosoft's like first or second game or something, and they hit upon a working formula, and they've pretty much stuck with it, changing the scenario, and yeah, fair play to them. They've got a nice little winning formula.
Awesome. Mine, completely different from both of you. Yeah, you're both in these.
Hang on, sorry, I just want to interrupt you for a second. When Carmageddon comes out on Android, however, that might change.
That's an interesting segue. The video going up over on my channel is the interview from Eurogamer today. So,
ta-da! Unwitting segue.
And you didn't even know that one.
Yeah,
that wasn't even pre-planned.
I'm getting good at this. But seriously, I could see me putting a lot of time, because it felt just like playing the original.
It was.
Go watch the review. I didn't realise you'd had the interview and stuff. I'm going to go and watch the interview, but I expected it to suck wang, because I've played racing games on my phone and gone, yeah, whatever. But it felt like playing Carmageddon. It actually worked. The car was impossible to keep going in a straight line on the ice track. It was great. I really enjoyed it. So, yeah.
That was the most impressive thing, that it managed to turn you around on touchscreen controls.
The hilarious thing was about that when they first created it, they were expecting the controls to suck fairly large amounts of wang as well. And then they were like, hang on, this actually feels fantastic. I was like, good on you guys. That was one of the things they said to us. They were like, yeah, the controls, we weren't expecting them to be as good as they were. And we nailed it. And it was like, yeah, you really did.
Yeah, well played. Well done.
No, so for me, I'm actually Infinity Blade. You guys with your little Android phones, unfortunately, don't get the joy of Infinity Blade. And while, yes, unfortunately, I won't get to play it ever in the first point in my day because it takes so long to load that I'm finished, making my cup of tea and drinking it by the point that it's loaded. Yeah. I do get to play it throughout the rest of the day when I'm on the bus and stuff, and Jay has just picked up a 4S, so he's now got it on there as well. He kills his battery on one bus ride. He plays it so freaking much.
Nice.
But see, that right there, that is a game that has beautiful graphics. It's a fantastic game. It has a great amount of depth, and yet still, it's a game that you can just pick up and put down, because all of the fights are separated. They're all just, you do one fight and then you can walk away.
I'll be honest, my biggest problem with any mobile game is how much it chews the battery up. It is supposed to be a mobile device. It is. Yes, I understand. For example, I've got a 1X in front of me.
Yeah.
I love how powerful it is. I love how quick and snappy it is. Frankly, it's faster than my netbook. It's quicker for me to do a lot of stuff that I used to do on my netbook on my phone. The problem is, any games I run on it, even a lot of the Kairosoft stuff, chews the crap out of the machine. It utilises 100% of the processor unnecessarily.
Yeah.
They need to
I have that
step
problem
up
as well
the
with
quality of the code and the efficiency of the code that's
The-
being used in the production of these games. Because there's so many cheap clones, they're just doing it quick and dirty, and it shows. It really does show.
The one for me isn't actually like, it doesn't matter which game I'm playing. Like, I could be playing, you may not know this one, Sam, but I think you will, Cal, Temple Run, for example. That's
Yeah.
another game that gets a fair amount of my time. But Temple Run and Infinity Blade will use the same amount of battery power for me. And it's not because they're both using 100%. Temple Run isn't using 100% as far as I'm aware. Infinity Blade most definitely is. Like, I get slowed down in that game at times. And it's more a case of, it's linking to the Game Center for the iOS, which is essentially Xbox Live on iOS devices.
Right, so you've got constant radio transmission,
No,
so that's going to chew
not
the
constant, because it will only send it out every so often. And most of it has to be done by you. But it's integrated with another app. It's also using your screen so much. That's the issue for me. Like,
anything that has a screen
if I'm
on, to be
using
fair.
like music on my phone, I can play it forever because the glory of an iPhone. As much as I know you don't like them, they last forever battery-wise if I don't have to turn the screen on.
Well developed batteries,
Yeah.
of course.
But the second if I'm using my phone for music, I don't have to charge it at all during the day. I wouldn't need to charge it even when I get home. But if I'm using my screen throughout the day, forget about it. I need to charge that thing every night.
Yeah, the One X pretty much works the same, but games make that difference. Even with the screen on, if I'm doing something like just writing a text file or browsing the net on a wireless LAN rather than over 3G, 3G seems to chew the battery up a bit more. I think that's probably because I'm in a big city, so I'm constantly changing cells, so it has an effect on the battery. But if I'm, it'll last all day, just browsing stuff on wireless LAN. But if I boot a game up, boom, kills the battery. And it's not, we're not talking complex games. I mean, like Kairosoft's Grand Prix story. Really
like
addictive,
Angry
really good
Birds.
little game. But it chews the battery up for no real reason. There's nothing massively complex going on behind the scenes. It's not even complicated graphics, but it eats the battery.
I would.
I've also noticed as well, if it gets to the point where it's chewing your battery, it'll also melt your hands.
Yeah, because it gets really, really hot. I mean, the metal ring around the outside of the thing on the back of the One X seems to act as a heatsink, and I have numerous times had to move it around because it's uncomfortably hot. And that's like, that's a bit worrying. If it's pulling the battery that fast, that's gonna shorten the length of the battery.
So
overall, and yeah.
Let's get back onto.
I'm rambling now.
Well, it was because let's get back onto PC talk. So we're probably having several of the people listening just sat there yelling at their screens, just going
drumming their fingers
as we're sat there discussing phone games. But it's an interesting thing. I'd love for us to do more on phone stuff.
There needs to be more multiplayer co-op stuff on phone, frankly.
Well, no, there is like the Words with Friends stuff and all that kind of crap, and I think that's a fantastic idea. But
a lot of stuff's more done around the idea of like social networking to get you to basically hand over your personal information to these companies.
Well, the other issue is like if you had an iPhone and me and you were sat there playing a game. And we were sat on the couch next to each other, both playing, I don't know, Infinity Blade 3, the Refinitying together, and it had co-op. We'd be using probably Bluetooth, which means they would eat the battery even goddamn quicker.
Or just use wireless LAN, because the devices can function as
Thankfully,
their
yes,
own
but
peer-to-peer wireless LAN. So,
but anyway,
that's right. But there's no capability in games to do that. Basically, step it up, guys. Come on.
Right. I'm going to forcibly jam a crowbar in us and fling us sideways so that we get off of the phone conversation. So
what have we been doing on a PC recently? I've done nothing but played Borderlands 2 to finish the story and get to 50 so I can use those golden keys and open that lovely, taunting, tempting chest in Sanctuary that I've managed to wait all the way to 50 before I used my keys. I can't believe I actually... none.
None.
I got the 50.
What?
I got the 50. I've opened the chest.
How many did you have when you
Oh.
hit 50?
Oh, right. I had like 5 or 6.
Only 5? Man, I'm like rocking up near the 20s at the moment.
I was away for a weekend. And
I know, right?
Yeah.
Randy
so I
Randy
missed loads of
Pitchford
keys.
taunting people over Twitter while we were away. It was like, here, have
know.
golden keys. And there's like, you
I'm like, "Ah!"
bastard. But no,
Can't redeem them on my phone.
there is way too much coming out. Like, I can guarantee I know what me and Kel would be for the past week. So like, let's do that really quickly. Hey Kel, how was Mop in the past week?
Very, very grindy. Dear God, all the grinding, but the questing and it's fantastic.
Yeah, see, that would be my exact answer as well, which is I hit 90, oh god, the grinding, hey look, Farmville. Right, there you go, that's both of us done for the past week, so now let's move on.
You can speak for yourself, dude. I've been playing Gear Up a ton. Trying to find that guy who called us a cheater at Eurogamer.
Yup, me and all. I keep logging on and like, is he about? No. Oh.
So,
I've been playing
Yeah,
quite a lot.
looking fun.
A good few updates out for
are you,
that
are
no,
you
recently.
okay over there?
I'm just choking on my tea, don't worry about
Fair
it.
enough, I didn't want you...
Still
I
experimenting
didn't want you
with what
dying on
humans
us.
can breathe.
It would probably be the greatest viewed episode ever if one of us randomly popped our clogs.
Died on air.
You know, so, dearly beloved, we are going here in STS 23, in which we bury him. But no,
In which we remember Fluke's stupid experiments of trying to breathe various fluids.
various fluids. I ain't touching that one, right?
Oh man, there's iron brew,
no,
Coca-Cola, lemonade, tea, coffee.
No, let's move on from that
Moving
one.
on.
So, coming out recently, we had Hell Yeah, Wrath of the Dead Rabbit, Retro City Rampage. Raw came out earlier today. The new Worms hit. And we've also got the new Blood Bowls coming out, Dishonored and XCOM both finally get to the UK slowly and staggering this weekend. And Hotline Miami comes out soon as well. Of all of the games that are coming out soon or have recently come out, have you picked up any or are you looking to pick up any?
I'm looking at Dishonored, but my budget's pretty tight at the moment, so it's kind of a we'll have to see what we think of things, really, to see where I can afford to spend my money.
We'll make sure you have a copy of Dishonored because I want you for a video on that one.
It does look pretty good. I wish I got to try it out, but I ain't gonna touch the size of queues and all the rest of that crap.
Oh no,
It'll be great.
let's touch this one quickly. You didn't want to touch it because of controller. Like, I'll let you touch this
I
one
wanted
quickly.
I wanted to play it, but they only had controllers at the expo, and it was like, well, it's mostly shooty. It's not going to be fun for anybody stood in the queue behind me watching or anything like that. It's certainly not going to be fun for me not being able to hit the broadside of a barn with a controller.
It's not
in it
actually
at PS
shooting.
time. No, but there is kind of aimey, shooty
There
aspects
is aimey
to
bits
it.
in it, yeah. It's essentially it's not very shooty though. I can say that much. It's more a stealthy kind of. But
Yeah.
they were using consoles for a reason, which we've discussed, and you're understandable.
Just
of that.
throughput of people. I mean, I kind of get that.
Throughput of
I get
people,
that.
and it's just easier, and also it's the more popular platform. It really is. Like, as much
No, I
as we
can
want
understand
to
that.
say like glorious PC Master Race, and unfortunately, more
Yeah.
people will buy it on Xbox than they will on PC.
Well, yeah, it's cheaper. It's far cheaper to go buy an Xbox than it is a game spec PC. I'm not going to deny that. Fair enough.
Yeah.
So, is
Can't
there,
argue that.
is there anything else on the list that either of you two are thinking of grabbing? Hell yeah, is
I haven't actually
I'm
been-
kind of still reeling because it's like, and I've finished Borderlands. What now? Well, MechWarrior has just dropped its NDA, or recently dropped its NDAs.
So are we
Supposedly
gonna
going
see-
into open beta in 5 days?
Are we going to
so
see something from you on that then? Are you going to?
As soon as they fix the current server end problems with spectating, then I shall be. I've done some test streaming and it seems to work all right. It streams okay in full screen mode, which is nice.
Cool.
We're all pretty much good to go. Yeah, I'm just kind of waiting for them to fix it enough that I kind of want to show it off. So I feel that at the minute you can't spectate. I die reasonably often. So
Fair enough.
when you can't spectate, it gets pretty dull. You just got to kind of quit match and change mech, and it doesn't really work too well. They broke something in the last patch. They updated to a newer version of CryEngine, which it looks far prettier. They are putting polish on at a ridiculous rate. And seeing it from what it was when I first joined beta is incredible. The amount of work these guys are putting in is phenomenal. But it's not quite ready yet. but like I said, they've got a stress test that they're doing tonight or tomorrow, and
That wasn't me.
supposedly releasing. No, not me either.
No, that mate.
Interesting.
Shifty eyes.
Wasn't me. I'm sat here talking.
Yeah,
And
the
they've got
speed
an
that you
open
came in with,
beta
that wasn't me.
And the yeah, I'm looking at Dave and all on the 16th. Open beta. I can't sit there giggling. It was you.
It may have been a screw
Yeah.
from the side of my PC case that I was poking with my foot.
Knock it off. Stop dismantling your case while I'm talking.
Don't worry, the side will fall off in a
open
sec.
beta. Shut up! Crunk, and then Dave goes
So
offline.
open beta in 5 days, you're looking to do stuff
Oh.
with it, you've already tested it out, you're
Yeah.
just waiting for them to fix the bugs. That's cool. Excellent.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Anybody else?
Kel, what about you? Of the games that have come out or coming out?
Oh, no, I'm going to interrupt you again.
Mother
for God's sake.
Right, yeah, Guns of Icarus will be the game of the week, game of the month, call it whatever you want. If you don't have access to it at the moment, because it is still in closed beta technically, they were giving away keys at the expo we were at. We'll be doing something and sorting out a bunch of keys, a competition or a giveaway or something. Keep an eye on, the usual Facebook, Steam community. We'll get it out there. Probably put something on the website, to be fair. Want to get as many people involved as we can.
And they can also
Yes.
pick up a 4-pack for only £20 on Steam at the moment.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
going to be one of the top things in the giveaway. We've got a couple of those collectors that we'll be giving away as the kind of top prizes for the giveaway.
Awesome.
Rather
The
than
nice
just
thing is
beta
the,
keys.
That's really cool.
So,
The 4-pack is all collector's editions
Yes,
as well,
it
so
is.
you get
Yeah.
some.
Which
so I've got a couple of those that will be given away as the top prize.
that is a horrifyingly large discount as well, because it's £18 for one collector's edition, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a collector's edition which is a 4-pack. I'm not sure if only your copy comes with the soundtrack and costume, or if all the other ones do as well. But if you buy the 4-pack,
I think they all
you
do.
get a collector's edition, and you get 3 extra copies to give to your friends. I'm not sure which way round
Yeah.
they're doing it,
Yeah.
so I'm not going to put my foot in my mouth.
Yeah, because it's a co-op game. It's all about
Yeah.
getting like 4 people working on one airship together, and it's
Yeah.
really good game. Something we really want to get people
And they
involved
brought
in.
out, they were showing off the new map, which is a one-on-one, which looks very awesome, which means you could play with
Yes.
as 2 people or up to 8, or you can play the 2v2 map, which is 16 people in total, 8v8. Yes.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
another big map.
Yes,
I think,
there's
in
other
there.
maps.
Oh,
They're doing all kinds of crazy stuff with it, but we...
Yeah.
Also, I just checked it because I bought the 4-pack, and in my inventory I've got more collector's
Awesome,
edition
then it is
codes.
definitely
so
worth
they're all
doing
collector's.
the 4-pack then. Right.
Yes.
We should start wrapping up,
We should.
because otherwise we're going to run out of footage, and Idiot Boy over there
what
is
do
going
you-
to have to go back and play more Borderlands.
Yeah.
Oh no, the horror.
I know,
Before,
right, the
before we
horror.
end this, 30 seconds, very quick. Gauge. Necromancer, how's it feel? Because you were playing it.
It's different. I'm used to playing a zero, very, very sniper. I'm literally practically the full sniper tree and with a ridiculous sniper rifle and always hitting the crits and stuff. I'm all about the aim. Gauge is very, very different.
20 seconds.
Either very, very pet based, very, very tanky pet, or you can do a lot of elemental stuff. Or then there's the crazy, totally mental anarchy tree, which
10
is
seconds.
like anti-accuracy. So I don't know. It's really thrown me. Interesting. Very, very
There
interesting.
you go. Right.
Okay, so I'm going to ruin Fluke's experience with Gage in about 5 seconds. 50% or more of her talents are My Little Pony references.
I
I know
already knew
this.
this one as well. Kel, what are you doing in the next week, or what do you have planned for the next week?
I have no idea what I'm doing in the next week because I'm looking to put out some PlayStation 3 or PlayStation Plus content, but I have no idea what way I'm going to do it just yet. I'm reworking the entire Plus this month, playing to make it a bit easier on myself because that show takes forever to put
Okay,
together.
so
And
people
yeah,
should just
my PlayStation doesn't
check
like
back
downloading stuff.
regularly on your channel then. Or
Yes,
pay,
my Twitter, Elden3's
Yes.
Twitter, or
pay
my
attention
YouTube
to
channel.
Twitter, which is always a good way. I'm not sure what we're doing on my channel this week. I know we've got the Eurogamer stuff to come out, which is Company Heroes and Grid, and Carmageddon goes up today. We need some footage for the other two, so we're holding off on those until we get that. Also want to take
Grid
a look
was
at
fun.
Dishonored. Also want to take a look at XCOM, which I believe would be you again, Xander, if you're up for that one.
And that's the best XCOM. Sorry, minor segue. Best XCOM game was first XCOM game.
Let's
Well, I have a best
see if we
memories of.
can change that opinion then. And apart from that, I don't think there's
Oh.
much else coming
Golden
out this
memories.
weekend. Blood Bowl, which we may do a fun little video on for me and you, Kel, which I'm not sure about. We'll see if we get time
That
for
could
that
be
one.
cool.
But we're also going to
Yeah.
pick up Worms Revolution for all of us and have some fun with that at some point. But that may not come in the next week. That will be coming in secret project plan that we're not announcing just yet. So there you go. From all of us at LN3, if you have any questions, queries, or comments, leave them below. And from myself, Xander, and Kel, hiding in the corner, we will catch you for the next video. Peace.
In a while.
Stay awesome.